Well, hey there guys, welcome to today's video. It is Flashback Friday, and the subject of today's Flashback Friday is no less than one of the greatest selling acts of all time. That's the Carpenters. Well, hey there guys, welcome to Rock Hard Riffs. That's right, we're talking about the Carpenters, Richard and Karen Carpenter. What a fantastic partnership they had, brother and sister. They started very young, Richard on piano, studied the piano, studied jazz music. Karen was kind of wayward, she wasn't sure what she wanted to do. She picked up the drums and became an outstanding jazz drummer. In fact, they had won several Battle of the Bands, that kind of thing, just as a jazz trio. And that was before they knew that Karen could sing. Boy, did the floodgates open after that. Guys, if you happen to be new to our channel, please check out some of our other videos. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate that. And please share us. Don't keep us a secret. So again, guys, Flashback Friday. We have covered so many genres on this channel. I like to think of this channel as not just rock and roll, though of course that's primarily what we're about. But I'm trying to cover as many genres as possible. Now what we have yet to touch on are like disco, maybe jazz, though we've done some semi-jazzy stuff, punk, which I'm definitely excited and looking forward to doing, because I like some of the old punk. And I don't think we've done any classical type of music, but we have the keyboard now, maybe we'll try something like that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, we've done country, we've done folk, we've done rock, we've done old-fashioned rock, we've done heavy metal, we've done ambient, all kinds of different music. So the Carpenters fall right into what we do. And I'll tell you, the Carpenters, you know, I grew up listening to that stuff, and it is definitely not Black Sabbath or Led Zeppelin, but the Carpenters, no less, were absolutely fantastic musicians in their own right. You could say especially Richard, who produced and arranged nearly all of their music. So let's talk a little bit more about the Carpenters. Again, Richard and Karen were born in New Haven, Connecticut. They moved to Downey, California, which is like a suburb of Los Angeles, in 1963. Richard was born in 1946. Karen was born in 1950 and passed away in 1983, which we'll touch on later. Again, they started as a jazz trio with Karen on drums, fantastic drummer. Then they found out that she could sing, and oh my, one of the greatest female voices of all time, in my opinion. Beauty and clarity, the tone of her voice was just magical. Now, it was Dionne Warwick, who was the aunt to Whitney Houston, who was a very close friend of Karen Carpenter, said that she had one of the most perfect voices, and she was never off key. That was one thing she was most impressed by Karen, that she never hit a sour note. That's pretty amazing. So to move on, they were signed to A&M Records, who was owned and operated by Herb Alpert, who had hailed from Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. There's a name you don't hear very often anymore, but they were a big hit in the day. And they had a 14-year recording career spanning from 1969 to 1983. And some of the covers, their early stuff that they did was really good, like Ticket to Ride. The Beatles cover, what a fantastic cover they did of that. Karen had died in 1983 from heart failure and complications from anorexia nervosa and bulimia, which is so unfortunate. It was because of a critic early on who said that, and behind the drums is the chubby Karen Carpenter, and she wasn't chubby at all, and she took it very personally, unfortunately, and just it haunted her for the rest of her life until it eventually killed her. And just what do you say to that? Now again, they sold over 90 million copies worldwide, making them one of the top selling acts of all time. I'm going to show you a couple albums. This is a 2-disc compilation CD, and man is it good, and it is just jam-packed with great stuff. Now if you're my age or so, you'll know all of these songs, or almost all of these songs. Just huge hits. Number 9, I want you to pay close attention to, and that is Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Earth, I think it is, and that is just one of the most different types of songs I've ever heard, let alone from the Carpenters. And I'm going to link that in the description, guys. And I hope you give it a listen, because it is such a trip and such a really, really cool song. So much great music here, guys. And of course, the Carpenters are also very well known for their Christmas music and such outstanding versions. And Karen's Ave Maria, boy, man, it's hard to find a dry eye in a room after listening to that song if you're with a group of people. And it's just one of those, one of those songs, one of those performances, just incredible. And of course, you're probably familiar with a lot of these songs. You know, I don't think you have to be religious or even necessarily Christian to enjoy Christmas music. It's just such uplifting music, and I don't know, I just particularly enjoy Christmas music, and of course, the Carpenters versions. Such good stuff. That's the Carpenters, guys. Richard and Karen Carpenter, one of the biggest selling acts of all time, and just absolutely outstanding musicians. If you happen to listen to any of the Carpenters' music, listen to the arrangements and the musicianship. It is absolutely outstanding, fantastic, and great songs. You know, there's no denying it. Now, you might call some of it a little candy-coated, a little bubblegum. You know, it's not hard rock or any of that. It's definitely soft rock, but Karen's voice, and again, the musicianship, and some of the just really great songs. So, alright guys, this was Flashback Friday with the Carpenters. We hope you enjoyed this. Please let us know in the comments. We'll see you next video.